fact, it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Jets. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Colts send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Finds a seam inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Pushing his way through. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Wilson. It's this to the former Jet, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Wilson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this throw caught left side. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. After 1 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Powers past him at the 5. And he's brought down. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got this down to the 35. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Check.
Wilson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 78 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is not been good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. To throw again is Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Wilson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Smith with a first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 68 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. That catch good for only a couple. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 22. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This is Smith with the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They run once more with Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go, 50. Mike 50. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
To throw is Wilson. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, it's Taylor. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Where we go? 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Go. Mike 50.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, Anderson, what a catch that is. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on an extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down inside the 15 he goes. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.